All right, welcome everyone to Pink Slips Ball Reviews. We're excited. We're continuing to make developments to this, and we have some significant changes. First off, you have me here in the booth. We're going to try and create like a booth environment as the guys are out there and practicing. So the other big change is we are moving to a 5-frame match. Since the guys are not going to be bowling quite as fast with one bowling at a time, it's going to be a much shorter match, a lot more pressure on the line. The low score is still going to be losing their bowling ball to one of our subscribers. So don't be afraid to comment down below. Let us know who you thought was going to win, what you thought of the video, any feedback, any other ideas. We're going to keep trying to make this better for you guys. But our participants today, our Virtue PSO person is going to be Derek Acuff. Lefty Union Hills is actually his location here. This is his home house. And some of Derek's accolades, I got them written down here because my memory sucks. He's got about 50-ish 300s, 10 or so 800s. He's got a PBA title, and he's got 30 JBT titles. So, sorry, 50 300s. Then our customer that we have for this video is going to be Mark Myers, aka Ports. He's also got a regional title, about the same amount of 300s, 800s, a little less 800s than Derek, but he's not lefty, so that's what you'd expect. And then 10 JBT titles. And then our last participant, we got Nick Ettinger, Storm staffer, actually fairly new Storm staffer. Does also work in the pro shops as well, but he is filling the staffer role today for the video. A little bit newer into bowling, but he's getting better quickly, especially working in the shop. He's got one Strikeforce Tour title as a major. He's got one 300 and one 800. So we're going to start grabbing the guys off the lanes here and get some pre-match predictions from them. And then we will cut back and do our one ball shot to determine who picks the order of the match. So we'll see you guys then.
All right, Mark. We're bowling with the clone. What do you think is going to be low score, and who do you think is going to roll that low score?
Well, let's see. We're at Union Hills, so we're already at a disadvantage to Derek in the left side. So we're going to hope 129, 139 wins, and we can string some strikes. And let's see, hope we can knock Nick off, since we're already kind of giving it to Derek because it's the left here. It's easy.
You just had a mega vacation. What are you going to be able to do to knock the rust off in such a short game?
We're just going to hope that, I haven't thrown a shot in almost 3 months, so hopefully we can just go back to the basics and all the bad habits are gone. That's what I'm hoping for, at least.
All right, Nick, we are testing out the clone today. What do you think the low score is going to be, and who do you think is going to roll that?
I'm going to just come out and say it. I don't think there's going to be a low score. I think we're all going to shoot 150. We're going to tie and have to do a roll-off. That's the route I'm taking.
It's a hot take.
I like it. I like that. More action. Let's go.
All right, and who loses the roll-off?
I can't say Derek because he's a lefty. So naturally it's Wald. So I guess maybe Mark, just because he hasn't really got much time with the ball yet. Me and Derek at least got a few shots, a little more shots in than Mark does anyway. So,
any last message you got to say to these guys?
Don't let an old guy beat you, because he ain't gonna live it down. I work with you, Derek, so the moment I beat you, I'm gonna just all day, every day, you let an old guy beat you. So don't let that happen.
All right, Derek, we're here testing out the clone. Who do you think is gonna have the low score, and what do you think that score is gonna be?
Ooh, low score today. So we're bowling at AMF Union Hills, fresh oil. We're definitely going to throw a little bit more strikes than the last time they put me on video. I think low score is going to be about 220 today. That's my guess, 220. I'm going to say Mark is low man. He's got about 3 frames on this ball. He hasn't bowled in 2 months because he got to go off and explore Europe. But he's going to lose. He's going to be a little rusty.
All right, what's the message you'd like to send to those guys when they have to give away their bowling ball?
This is my house. I run this place. You guys got no chance. See you later.
All right, we're going to find out who is going to determine the order of the match, which now that we have switched to a 5-frame match is a very big deal. But the tiebreaker is whoever gets there first.
I can throw it fast.
Who got there first?
I can throw it fast.
Nick got there first, so Nick gets to pick. Nick is going to determine the order of the match.
Throw it fast.
We were talking trash before the match started that there was no way Nick was getting it down there first. and Mark loves to throw at Mach 5. So we thought for sure Mark was going to win, but Nick comes out the winner. So he's going to determine the order, and we'll get the match started.
It happens.
All right, so we are back from the pre-match predictions. A lot of trash talking on the lefty. They basically said that you really don't ever have to move your feet. Nick showed everyone that he can throw it fast. And this is the order you picked. You want to talk about the order at all, like the strategy you had?
Not much of a strategy. Just I don't like going first, and I don't care for finishing. So
Let's see
stick
what
me in the middle.
Mark does here to get started.
Good shot.
Pretty good start.
Unreal.
So we are one shot at a time now is the format. Only 5 frames. Every shot matters a little bit more. Derek, you bowled this before in a full game. And you also guessed that today's low score would be 220, which is going to be tough to get to.
Smartest guy in the world here.
But
oh my God, that's right. It is only 5 frames. I'm such a doofus.
yeah, that's okay. We figured we'd have some fun with it. We didn't want to tell you. But how do you?
100.
Oh no! What did they just do?
It'll turn back on.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're just big wheeling it over here.
When I'm not a
Yeah.
lefty, still striking.
Do you think it'll be a little bit more
Crazy.
pressure now that it's less frames?
Crazy.
Yeah, you can't miss. Like one miss, you're in trouble.
All right.
Especially with him.
We also are kind of noobs at this booth thing, so we got to try to remember to be a little quiet when those guys are bowling, just in case they want to talk any trash. Speaking of,
He's fine.
yeah, he does. He just has to find the biggest circle on the ground, the biggest dot on the ground, and then find the second triangle from the gutter. Let's see how close we are to lining him up.
That's 100%. Dead on.
Did I say it or did I say it? That is for Jacob Lundrup.
The lefty carry.
All right, we have officially have a match here. So now we have Mark up next, and it's tied so far. So something else that we added to make this a little bit more fun is each player gets 1 distraction for the match each. They can do anything, but they cannot touch or like interrupt, the footwork physical game. So they can stand out on the gutter cap if they want. They can do anything. They get 1 distraction each. Derek, any ideas yet? What do you think you're going to do for your distraction, or are you trying to keep it a surprise?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to keep it a surprise. I'm trying to think how far I want to take it. I've got some ideas, but I mean, there's always the fan favorite to drop the ball in the backswing. But I want to get creative here.
Everyone has the expectation they're going to have to strike a lot now. So
yeah, this is the good lane too. The right lane hooks a little bit more, so it's a little bit better.
Let's see what Mark's got.
That may overhook, or it'll tend back just like the last one.
Mark,
2 weeks off, comes back like he knows how to bowl. It's unbelievable.
yeah. So as you heard in the pre-match predictions, a lot of people thought Mark would be rusty. Mark, tell us about a little bit about your Europe trip, man. I think we're all a little jealous. We want to live vicariously through you for a little bit.
Let's see. I ended up going for 32 days. Me and my wife. It was unreal. Went to 9 different countries.
Let's see what Nick's got here. Hold on 1 second.
He's got a high back. So, oh, that.
Ooh, still alive. 9 different
That was a little
countries.
9 different countries. Went on a cruise through the Mediterranean, the Greek islands. That was awesome.
Favorite part, favorite place?
Prague.
Prague?
Was definitely.
What made that your favorite?
I mean, it just felt like you were in like medieval times still.
Oh,
It
that's
was
cool.
awesome.
Like real life Game of Thrones.
Yeah, basically.
My wife would like that. She watches like every show that there is on Netflix or Hulu or all of them. Anything that's medieval like that. Let's see what Derek's got. Oh yeah, big dot, second triangle.
Worried about. That was like a 3 out of 10.
I thought Nick was just trying to be Switzerland with his prediction that everyone was going to strike, and he's a very positive thinking guy. But right now, he actually might be a genius.
I've seen enough of us bowl. We're pretty good enough to make that happen.
Derek, you've had a little bit of time with this ball. From the pro shop standpoint, what do you think about it so far? What's unique about it? What customers should look at it?
So I talked about this ball a lot from Bowl Expo, that it was one of my favorites, and the thing that I liked about it was a little bit of shine on a solid ball, something we haven't seen in a really, really long time. Tried it out with the shine. I will say it was a little too long for me, so I did take the shine off. Did 3,000, a little bit of compound in it. helped it read a little bit sooner, but still not as early as like your typical solid ball.
Sure.
And
sure.
it is a perfect blend and step down from a reality right now for me when it comes to asymmetrical bowling balls. Probably same overall shape as like a Summit, but
Yeah.
not quite as sharp.
Let's see. Mark's got the pressure on him. Everyone's
Ooh, he rolled
striking.
it a little bit. Yep, knew it.
Ooh, good read there by Derek. A little more forward.
And that is the tight lane. He may be
What do you feel happened there?
I just got it way too much in the oil for too long. It's got to get to the right, see a little bit of friction at least in order to have a chance to go through the pins the right way, especially here.
biggest asymmetrical ball, especially if you get the shine off of it, which I personally, so far what I'm seeing, I think it kind of needs it. It just gets a little long down the lane and very sharp.
Let's see. He's going back up.
He's not sharp enough to shoot him that easy. He's got to do it the cheater way.
It's easy.
Everything's easier when your ball's rotating that direction. You know what I mean?
Very true.
Ports, Derek thought that was maybe a little forward off your hand, that maybe didn't get around it quite as much. Is that what happened?
And a little bit in the oil. If that would have got to the right, I probably would have mixed or had a chance.
Got it. I think we have our first distraction. And it was successful. Derek deciding to be the first one to do
But I
it.
did get it a little right. You pesky lefty.
That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Felt hard about that one too.
He was the one that was pacing with me, so I had to change something.
Yeah. It's kind of interesting to decide. Do you wait to find out who you need to use it on? But then if you wait, it might be too late. You might be too far behind in the match, especially with 5 frames. So
I didn't want to waste it, and he had no idea it was coming.
No, he didn't.
no, he definitely didn't. Well, Porch just went from from third to second, thanks to Derek's distraction.
Shout out.
Now, if it were me,
I've got some serious karma coming.
Yeah, also a
nervous.
big old target on your back.
Yes, sir.
You big jerk.
I could see an Aaron shot just because he's like, oh, Nick is
thinking about it.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. So you almost might get like a free distraction just
Mind
because they're sitting there waiting. They're waiting for it.
Especially if it's quiet, he doesn't hear people. Oh, that was a good one.
Ooh, not the case.
My house.
Wow. So in his pre-match predictions, he seemed pretty motivated to protect his house, as I recall it.
Yes, sir. Can't beat me here.
I have bowled a lot of King of the Hills here, and I have lost to a lot of lefties here.
So he is confirming this house, the left is walled.
Oh yeah,
That's 100% confirmed.
The left
by
is
Derek.
definitely walled here, especially right now. That's pretty good. A little firm, but not bad.
Got it back. We're getting finishing up the 9th here. Nick and Mark still have their distractions left. And with Derek being in the lead, I would assume, well, technically it's really not about winning, it's just about not having a low score.
That's what I was saying to Kevin. I said they got to start thinking about maybe utilizing them on each other. If I strike in the 9th, there's no way they're wasting one on me unless they just want to be dumb.
Right.
But this is a really good idea.
Mark
He's gonna double up.
Mark is going to go with the distraction too. Oh,
Oh,
Nick,
and it's
there,
left.
there. Oh,
Still get it. Old man carry.
Oh,
old man
that
carry.
was the right spot.
That was his big thing. He said, don't let the old guy beat the kids because he's not going to let them live it down. Nick is the only one with his distraction left,
Yeah.
and he might have to use it. It's real close, not being the low man.
Yeah.
So, guys, what are you seeing? We'll go with Nick first. What are you seeing in this ball, real quick?
Kind of like Derek said, I think it's going to be a really good all-around ball. Playing on tougher patterns, you take the shine off of it. It'll help you read the pattern from the back a lot better, blend some stuff out.
You're gonna keep
Great
my ball.
shot there by.
I like this one. I don't want to get rid of it.
The left here. It's never
Yeah.
can beat the left here.
Let's go.
So same kind of thing, just a kind of a shiny benchmark.
Yeah,
Thinking-
but I think, like Derek was pointing out, lot of your typical house bowlers, if you will, having the shine on it, it's going to help it get through the fronts and not dig in so early, so it could make it a lot more of a controllable piece for people bowling in high volume centers. It is going to need some oil.
Right.
Definitely needs some oil. It is strong.
Yeah.
I'd put it over every shiny ASIM they have right now for sure, without a doubt.
Let's see. Mark's got to put the pressure on Nick here.
Oh, he kind of flubbed it a little.
You guys feel like Mark has been looking rusty much, or not really?
I think a little bit. I think the last one he kind of lost off his hand just a little bit.
Yeah.
But we've done it for 20 years. He's got
Wow. No distraction needed.
Oh man, I don't think he can win.
Mental
I don't think
games.
he can lock him.
Mental games.
You know, that's another side of it. Like 2 to force all 3. Like even on my last one, I kind of thought about it the whole time I threw it that they may try and get me, and then it's in the back of your head. You just don't know if it's coming or not.
Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking in the booth. Mark was thinking about using it. He said he was going to wait because he thought it'd be in your head.
Yeah. Good idea to take 2.
Yeah. All right, here we go. This is.
What did I say? 115? I said 115. I'm pretty good at this. I called the last one too, but that was the winning score.
Yeah. I mean, technically for this one, you said the low score would be 220.
Oh yeah, but then I changed it to 115.
Oh, got it. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
So Mark, do you feel like maybe you were thinking he was going to get you?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I was just trying to go quick,
Yeah.
and I threw it hard.
All right, let's see. Nick, he needs them all here. Fortunately for him, he does not have to worry about distractions. Oh. Yeah, it just seems like. You guys think they're getting a little tight, or just nerves?
You can't miss it right off your hand, ladies and gentlemen, especially when you miss it at the bottom.
Interesting.
If you roll it, it definitely sees it earlier and starts getting forward. Hey, that was definitely what happened when I flattened it.
Yeah. It's interesting. Here, 2 good players. One thinks nerves, one thinks front of the lane's going. And that's, from my experience, how it goes. People see it different ways.
He's way better than I am.
But it looks like Nick is going to be the low man. And what does Derek need to be the top guy? So another new thing is top guy takes over the booth, does the final interviews on the ball, also gets to talk to the low score about losing their bowling ball. Don't forget, if you want to win what looks like it's going to be Nick's clone, make sure you comment down below, make sure you're a subscriber, and let us know what you guys think. What do you guys think of the distractions, the 5-frame match, the booth, trying to make it better, and we'll get some. So Mark, while we're waiting for Derek, what's your thoughts on this from a competitor standpoint? You bowl in patterns a lot, in tournaments a lot.
I definitely think it's going to be. Oh, he's setting up the chair out here.
Oh goodness.
Let's see what he's going to do here. I think it's going to be definitely good once there's a little bit of volume and you need to open up the lane when the bigger balls start to realities and balls like that start to slow down and you flat 10, 2 pin. You can kind of pinch it a little bit left and see the same shape. Oh, yeah.
Oh man, he almost split.
Does he have to make the spare?
Let's see.
He's not a very good spare shooter.
Not saving myself,
Oh,
but might as
come
well
on.
use
Why
it.
do you got to go get the other ball?
He wants to take over the booth, so he's got to make this. Oh, we have our winner.
Great
I don't
bowler.
remember.
Great bowler.
Derek, were you where were you in the last video? Were you second?
Middleman, yeah.
Middleman. So he's coming away with his first win today.
He had to bring it at his house to get himself a win.
Yeah.
That's what he had to do.
Yeah, he had to go to the China house. Still enough to win, so he gets to take over the booth.
Read off that, right?
And if what you guys will be doing is just giving a final recap of the ball, final thoughts. Derek, you ready to take over the booth? I'll get out of here. It's probably an upgrade.
What's up, losers? This guy would brag about beating an old man.
Minus 11 though.
Like, we tied.
Minus 11 plus distraction equals, I believe I shot 126. And you shot 115, so you did not win.
Yeah, you should get minus
But you didn't
11 for
lose.
throwing
That's
your
true.
leg. That's
You
the
didn't
best
lose
part.
your ball. I lost my ball.
You lost your ball. So Nick, what happened in the 10th?
I threw it dead right and missed it at the bottom.
Do you think it was nerves? Do you think like...
No, that was just
Bad shot?
It was just a horrible shot.
All right, yeah, it was pretty awful.
It was bad.
Not gonna lie.
Bad. I was hoping for a lucky break, at least just a 10 pin, cover it up, punch out, but
Yeah.
yeah, it is what it is.
Not when you throw it that bad.
No.
Big ol' loser.
See, what happened was I threw it too fast. I didn't rely on my slower ball speed.
Oh. So you got it to like 14 miles an hour instead of 13?
Exactly, and
Got
that's
it.
what did me in.
Oh, how dare you. Mark.
Yes, sir.
Well, you haven't bowled in 2 months. You threw about, I'll give you 3 good shots. Could have been worse, could have certainly been better. You could have won. But
I can't beat you here.
didn't. Like I
Been
said,
10 years. Still
like I
haven't
said,
figured
guys,
out how
my
to beat you.
house can't beat me in my house. So to give you guys a recap of this bowling ball, you got to see 3 completely different sides of it. A little lower, more rotation, really hard and really forward, and then obviously off the left. I'll start with myself. I'm really liking this ball so far. For me, it's something I can throw on the fresh rather than trying to like rifle a reality. Just because it's so early. I can throw this because it's a little longer down the lane, and just super predictable. I have been throwing this ball a ton since I've got it. I think it's really good. Like I said, perfect step down from like a reality. For me, pretty similar to a Summit, just not as responsive as the Summit, just because that one's symmetrical. It hooks a lot when it finally changes direction. This one is much more predictable. But I'm liking it a lot. The colors are really cool. I love green. It makes sense. Big fan of it. I'll go to Mark next since you finished second. Give us your thoughts on this thing.
I think it's going to be really good, especially next year with like the urethane stuff coming into play with like the PBA stuff. If you plan to bowl any regionals or anything like that, it'll be a really good ball for like the bigger pattern, like medium patterns where you need to see it and create a little bit of shape, but you still can't have balls that go super sideways. It'll be really good for that when realities just hook a little bit too much in front of the lane with how much friction there is out west. That always comes into an issue. But I think it'll be very useful, and it'll take a lot of surface changes, I think, very well.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I've already hit mine with 3000, a little bit of compound, same thing I did on Mark's. And I believe Nick has touched his as well. So we've seen it a bunch of different ways. It is adapting to everything we do to it. This ball's good. Nick, what do we got?
Kind of the same things as you guys. Definitely with the polish, it helps it get through the fronts a lot easier. Can help it store a little bit more energy, help it come off the spot a little bit more. But I definitely feel when you're on some of the tougher oil patterns, something with more volume, you hit this thing with some surface, you're really going to see it dig in, get to the front part of that lane the way you want it, see it, and go through it.
Absolutely.
For me, it might just be my side rotation, but at no point have I seen this ball get forward or stand up on me. So, good sign. I always like the ball to continue through the pocket, especially on big ASEMs that can get a little lopey down lane. So, I think this is going to be a good piece all around, house shots, sport shots included, and like we saw a bunch of different varieties of guys today throwing it. So, all different styles, I think it'll work for it. So, be on the lookout for it. Virtue's going to have them in stock. So,
Heck yeah. Great piece, guys. Well, we hope you enjoyed. We had a lot of fun filming this one. I think shortening the game makes it a little more competitive and definitely the distraction.
Yeah.
We definitely want to hear down below what you guys would do for a distraction to help distract your opponent. And remember, you have to comment down below on the video. Make sure you're subscribed and like the video for a chance to win Nick's clone.
Yep.
We will be giving it away to one of you guys. That's all we got. I hope you guys enjoyed. Nice try.
Next time. Lefties,
Next time.
This old man's got you.
2 for 2. Not giving away a ball. Heck yeah. Over and out, guys. This is my house.
Have a good one.